So, in this session, we are having the theme of relaxation maximized. Yin in general is a really relaxing practice, but tonight we're going to treat it just to the utmost relaxation. So this is a practice that would be great if you just need some quiet time and to, like Michael was saying, stretch tight muscles, just a time to go inward. It also could be super supportive if you are trying to get a good night's sleep. Let's get started. We are going to start tonight in a seated position, and we are going to do a pranayama practice called Nadi Shodhana. This is alternate nostril breathing, and it is one of those practices that is so supportive of nervous system regulation. And it really balances your energy. In yoga, they have three main energy centers: the Sushumna Nadi that runs up and down the spine, and then Ida and Pingala, your sun, your moon, your hot, your cold, masculine, feminine, so the two different dualities. And this practice really just helps to balance it. So find yourself a comfortable position. Hi, Priscilla. Glad you're here. You could do this laying down if that feels better in your body. And I'm going to intend to give you as many tips and suggestions and modifications as I can so everyone has a really peaceful practice. All right. So now that you've found your comfortable position, go ahead and close down your eyes. And just start to feel the rise and fall of your breath. Nothing else, just checking in with your breath. And signaling the physical body, the mind, that we're slowing down now. Intending to go inward. Slowing the brainwave states. And start to really feel your breath within your nostrils. A sense of the different temperatures of the breath. Inhaling, perhaps a little cooler. Exhaling, a little warmer. Let's just take a moment to roll around the head and the neck. Just do whatever feels nice. Just get the shoulders involved, a little up, back, and down with the shoulders. And go forward a few times. And if you want to now, just float open your eyes, and I'm going to show you about the hand positioning for Nadi Shodhana. You're going to bring down your index finger and your middle finger. This is on your right hand. Can you see that? Then we're going to bring that towards the face. And this is one version of how to do this. You can also do it with these fingers or on your forehead. So 3 different ways. Basically, what I want you to do is cover up your right nostril. Inhale through your left. Cover the left and exhale out your right nostril. Inhale through the right. Cover, exhale left. That is one round. Let's go through it together again. Inhaling left. Cover, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover, exhale left. And close back down your eyes and start the process again. Inhaling left. Cover, exhale. Keep going. You want the breath to be slow, steady, even. If you find one side is a little more blocked, you can actively press the breath through, or you can just use your mouth. Do a couple more rounds. And now the next time you exhale out your left nostril, that will be the last one, and you can just return your arm and hand to a comfortable position. Keep your eyes closed. Just aware of how you're feeling, no matter what it is. This is mindfulness, awareness of the present moment with acceptance. Go ahead and start to bring your palms together, rubbing them briskly. If you happen to be wearing eyeglasses, take those off, set them aside, because we're going to keep making this heat in the palms, and then cover your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and imagine just your eyeballs are drinking in this warmth. And we'll add a little self-massage here, perhaps getting the hairline, the temples. Try rubbing your index finger and your middle finger alongside your ear. This is a vagus nerve stimulation technique. Good. Be sure to get your jaw perhaps down to your neck and shoulders. Just give yourself a little self-massage for a few more breaths. If you haven't already, you can open up your eyes. Welcome to those who may have just joined during our opening meditation. My name is Kumari Sky, and I'll be your Yin Yoga guide for the next rest of this hour. We're going to start out tonight in caterpillar pose. If you have something to sit up on, this is kind of like this flat little pillow thing that I like to sit on. You can also use a folded blanket. Sitting up when we're bending forward is really beneficial because it's already tilting our pelvises forward. If you have bolster blocks, any yoga props, be sure to have those handy. So we're just going to sit up on something. If you're familiar with yoga poses, this is essentially Paschimottanasana, a seated forward fold. So without any props, it looks like this. But since we're doing Yin Yoga, let's use props if we have them. One way to do it is to just snuggle a firm pillow or a bolster right here and then come forward. Another option people love is to put something under the knees, and it doesn't have to be a dedicated yoga bolster. If you have blocks, those could go under your legs. I also like doing something like this. If you can, and it's not bothersome to your neck, let your head just hang and think about really rounding your back. Now, if you're dealing with some acute issues in your lumbar spine, don't round your back. Come forward. You could let your head just hang down. Okay? So we're not doing this as a hamstring stretch. We're doing it for this whole spine, and maybe you feel a little stretch in your hamstrings, but don't worry about trying to touch your toes or anything like that. Think about just like melting forward. This pose is your invitation to go inward. And of course, some general housekeeping information in case this is your first time with Yin Yoga or you're not that familiar with it. Please practice without inducing any pain in your body. This is meant to be really relaxing. It will be sensational, like you will feel stretchiness in your body, and that's great. But for the most part, Yin Yoga asks us to relax the muscles. This is how we really tune in and target the connective tissues. And that's why we use all of these props. So be curious. Creative with your props. And then also another thing, you can always come out before I signal. Don't ever feel like you need to stay if if it's getting uncomfortable, or sometimes the mind will get really active when the body is in kind of distress. And that's not what we want. We want to relax and just allow our nervous systems to really unwind and regulate. I want to stay one more minute here, and I'm just going to be quiet now. And start to deepen your breath a little bit. And slowly rising upright. Lean back into your hands and just pause here. Might bring a little tiny arch to your lower back. Start to press through the chest a little more actively here. Could raise your gaze up a little. From here, you might like some windshield wipers. So alternately moving the legs. Awesome. Next up is supported fish. And since we're online and I don't know which props you have, welcome to the newcomers. I noticed a few more people have joined. So I'm going to tell you a few different ways. So if you have a bolster, use that. And then you're just going to lay down on it like this. If you don't have a bolster, you could use 2 blocks. So your head would be here and in between your shoulder blades would be here. So laying back on that. And then another option is using a blanket and making what I call a taquito. So you could experiment. You could lay on it the long way, simulating a bolster. But another nice way to do it is this way. And then when you lay down, your shoulder blades are on it. The point of the pose is it's a heart opener. So we want to put pressure on the back side of the body to gently encourage expansion in the tissues in the chest. In all cases, just double check that your head and neck feel comfortable. In this case, I'm going to add a blanket as my little pillow here. And then as far as the legs go, just do whatever feels comfortable for you. You could do butterfly legs. You could put a rolled blanket or blocks under your knees. This is the cool thing about Yin Yoga. There's just so many options. It's so accessible for everyone. Okay, so just see how my back is arching, my arms are out to the sides. If you can, have them palms up. And just land here. Feeling that gentle pressure and arching on the back. Feeling the seat, the legs, the feet heavy. And call to mind the rise and fall of the belly, so your diaphragmatic breath. And if you'd like to, you can even kind of poof out your belly with each inhale. And then explore the feeling of your breath inside your rib cage. And all the while keeping the breath smooth and even. So your whole body just sinking down onto whatever props you're on. This is the art of surrender. The art of taking the time to set yourself up in such a way that you can be relatively effortless. Your physical body, your tissues, opening all on their own, elongating, lengthening, energizing. Your trillions of intelligent cells know exactly what to do. Now for our last minute or so here, if you want to interlace your fingers and put them behind your head, definitely optional. Welcome back the awareness of the felt sense of your breath in your chest, your abdomen area. All these different ways we hold the body, allowing prana to move through our energy, vibrating, shifting, flowing. Releasing the arms if you have them behind your head, bringing them back down. Let's all take a big breath in together. You could either roll to your side, you could come up to a seat. Just take your time, be mindful. Really follow your inner guidance as to what would feel good next. Great. I hope everyone is having a nice practice so far. Next, we'll work with the hips in a really pretty gentle way. This one's called 90-90. Have any props handy. I'm sure if you've done yin with me on this channel before, you've done 90-90. Pretend this shin is lined up with the top. Actually, I'm going to show you here. Top of my blanket is parallel. That's really going to give us the best access to where we're working. We're working that front hip, but it's not uncommon to feel stretchiness back in this hip as well. And then you're leaning forward. So maybe you know pigeon pose. This is kind of like it. It's cousin. It's definitely really good if you have something to lean into. You could even put a chair up here. Or if you're by like an ottoman or a couch. Seriously, when we do these virtual classes and, we might not all have the same props, I can't encourage you more to get really creative. Okay, so this is it. I hope that when you're leaning forward, you're feeling a stretch in the glutes and the thigh, maybe a little bit in your lower back. Head and neck can be however you want. When I'm doing this, usually I try to lay down, but since the microphone and stuff, I'm going to do it a little differently. Yeah. So that back leg, you definitely can adjust it. Sometimes my hip will get pinchy, so I adjust it. Good. So now we're a few poses in. Our brain waves most likely have moved into alpha. And alpha brain waves are slower, and they happen when we're in a flow state, and they're kind of the gateway to meditation and these more subtle inward experiences. Like we couldn't really access this if we were in beta brainwaves, which is like our active cognitions, thinking, doing, that kind of thing. And so that the practice itself gets us into these slower brainwaves. And that's what we need for deeper relaxation and sleep. I'm going to go a little quiet here for a couple minutes so you can really just sink in. Stay with your breath. Stay with the sensations in your body. Keep adjusting. If the sensation isn't as strong anymore, remember, be curious. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. Feeling your breath. Now preparing to release the pose, perhaps taking a few deeper breaths. Move slowly. Keep a close connection to how your body's feeling. Set up and get into the other side. Just checking out what you need on this side. Just noticing here. Finding that Goldilocks position. Not too much, not too little pressure. And coming to notice the breath again at the nostrils. Think of the breath as this rhythmic cadence, always available to you, always your ally. Re-exhale, an invitation to energetically, physically let go. Simply by slowing down and being intentional. You naturally release on all levels. Every cell rooting for your perfect homeostasis. I'm going to spend the rest of the time in 90-90 pose in silence. Starting to return to the awareness of your breath again. Slowly releasing your shape. You might try just legs out straight or some windshield wipers. Next, we're going to lay on our bellies for a moment. So if laying on the front side of your body isn't comfortable, you can just lay on your back in a little mini shavasana. Okay. Turning your head to either side, we're going to hold it on either side. So arms at your side. And go ahead and turn your head the other direction. Just a sense of grounding here. Bringing your forehead to the mat, planting your hands. Go ahead and push yourself up. Let's enjoy a few cat and cow stretches. Exhale as you round your back. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail. If you want to do some hip circles. If you are thinking maybe a child's pose would feel good right about now, please do that. Or you could continue with the little hip circles or even a downward dog. Just having this little interlude helps that released energy to just really get flowing. All right. So wherever you were, let's reconvene. Laying on the back, we're going to enjoy a spinal twist. I'm going to offer you a couple options here. You could bring your legs up and then let them drop over. You could do the one where your left leg intertwines with the right, and then your legs come over. That's a little deeper twist. Or if you want a super mellow twist, keep your feet on the floor. Put some props over here and just let your legs land on them. My feet are stacked, but you could have one leg out. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So just figure out how you want to do your twist. And then if you're twisting your legs to the right, turn your head to the left and course, the twist of the neck. Just be where you're going to be. Totally fine to slide a little something under your head. I'm thinking of that because I think that would feel good. We don't want to put anything too high under the head though. Think about keeping your spine in alignment. Now that you've settled in, scan the body. Where do you feel sensation? Is there anywhere else that could soften? How does it feel to breathe in this twisty position? Just allowing the body to get heavier and heavier through your stillness. Okay, good. I'm going to be here another minute and a half. The jaw relaxed, forehead soft. Take your time. Roll your head back to center. Undo the legs. What comes naturally? What does your body want right now? Now let's practice the twist on the other side. Be sure to take your props with you if you enjoyed them on the first side. If you find that your shoulder and arm are like hovering, you can put some support underneath your thigh, and so your legs don't go down as far, and that usually remedies the situation. It's really trying to feel a sense of weight in the body, of softening. Just letting it happen. Being here right now. One with your body, your breath. In a state of receptivity. We're learning stillness in our fast-paced world. Maybe it's more that we're remembering stillness. Remembering how valuable it is to nourish our bodies. And that our bodies literally require this movement. I mean, it doesn't have to be Yin Yoga, but movement. So our tissues stay hydrated and juicy, and we move through life with ease and flow in the body, and we have these layers of consciousness, and what we do on the body affects us in our more subtle layers, our prana, our energy, our mind, emotions, the most subtle layers of who we are, where our habits and stories are stored. All of this trickles and contributes to us being more aligned with our true natures. And our true nature is peace. We're made of love. I'm going to be quiet for a little longer now. All right, let's come back to center. And again, feeling and moving intuitively. Let's just give ourselves a moment here to do that. I love a happy baby after a twist. And the next part of our journey is Shavasana. Get yourself into a comfortable position, perhaps laying on your back or your side, whatever's most comfortable for you. Maybe you want to stay here longer than the 5 minutes I'm going to keep you here. So get cozy. And before we rest in quiet Shavasana, I'm going to have us do 3 humming breaths. All right? So keep getting yourself settled in and snuggled in. Be sure that if you're laying on your back, that your shoulder blades feel flush to the floor and your hips and buttocks feel supported and your lower back feels comfortable. Your head supported. Maybe even covering your eyes. Take a breath in. For the next 3 exhales, we're going to make a humming sound. Inhaling. Shavasana. Returning to the breath now. Rise and fall of the breath. The body filling and emptying. Tuning in, really noticing this relaxed state of presence. Take 2 sniffs of breath. Again. Send attention to the toes, little wiggle, and the fingers. So organically, these little movements turning into bigger movements. Coming back from your Shavasana rest. Maybe even staying here. But if you're ready, go ahead and start to move your body a little more, change positions. Resting on your side. If you'd like to join me in closing our session, please do. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Just one atop the other here. Close down your eyes again. Sensing the sacred drum of your heart. Feel this calm. Really name it. Remember it. Let's bring our palms together in front of the heart space. And through this technology, we're blessed to be able to practice together. May we all walk together in peace and joy and love and light. And may the light of truth overcome all the darkness. We bow and offer each other the energetic greeting of Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this session. I hope that you feel so relaxed and so embodied and present and calm. And I hope that you sleep really, really good tonight. Wishing you all the best.